Hey guys, well, are you also welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general reading for all Cancer placements. Everything you need to know about myself, the reading, or the channel can be found in the description box below. So we're just going to use this deck of cards today. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. Angels of Love and Light, could please have clear and concise messages for all Cancer placements. What do they need to know for the current energies for whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages? What do they need to hear right now for the current energies for whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages? Please bear in mind that this is a general reading, so with the messages, only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. And then please use your own sense of discernment with the messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. Just cutting up the deck for you now. Okay, that really wanted to come through. So bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Well, there's you. Okay, and then we have the Sun. Beautiful. We have Leo energy. Wow. Oh my goodness, this is lovely. Okay, what's to go underneath? We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy, and then the Seven of Wands. 777, 999, 919 could potentially be significant numbers that you're seeing at this time. But this is looking really good. Okay, I know that you guys have been through it. Okay, I feel like you guys have kind of been wishing for this Jupiter in Cancer to enter into your sign a lot sooner than what it is going to be entering into. But what I'm hearing is that this coming up is going to be very profitable for you, and not just necessarily financially. I'm getting in regards to having that sense of abundance of wealth and prosperity. And wealth isn't just about finances, it's about having good health, it's about having joy, it's about feeling peace, it's about love. So I feel like there's so much that's working out for you as we're getting ever closer to your birthday season and in the summertime and enduring that particular transit that we're moving through, okay, is going to be very, very different in a very positive way compared to what it is that you have been going through, as of late, okay? So there is a strong possibility there's an improvement to do with your love life. I'm getting a high level soulmate, past life connection, twin flame energy could be important here. But there could be a focus on family. Maybe you're thinking about starting a family, having children, or you are thinking about what it is like, or it could be like, to welcome that kind of change into your life. That's predominantly what I'm getting, okay? But this is looking really, really good, right? So, and guys, you are the fourth house. So you guys rule home and family. So, and that's coming up strongly here to do with that Sun, and also, your card with the King of Pentacles. Now, obviously, I'm reading energy rather than gender or sex, guys. Okay, so we have the Fool, Aries energy. Look at this. With the Two of Cups, yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a new start to do with love, okay? Whether that is actually new love on the horizon or there is a reunion of sorts, two souls coming together, which is really quite beautiful here. There's a lot of mutual feelings of respect, admiration, appreciation, and this is really lovely. So I feel like there's definitely something switching up to do with this. Okay, yeah, look at this. High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces energy. There's you. So you've intuitively felt that there's a shift to do with your love life, and it absolutely is coming through. Okay, absolutely. I'm getting highlighted to say something about the new moon in Cancer. I do know that obviously as I'm filming now and I go to publish of this reading in the next coming days, we have the new moon in Gemini, but next month we'll have the new moon in Cancer. And this could be a real turning point for you as well. Okay, Page of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, as I go to say that. So there's somebody who's very much getting ready to confess how they feel for you. Yeah, they're ready to talk with the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, wow, that flew out. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like there's definitely someone who's ready to, you know, deepen of a connection with you, who wants to take things to the next level, who wants to take you off the market, like, you know, so you're not that kind of independent, like single person. Like they're wanting to get coupled up with you, as I effing say that, guys, with the Lovers, Gemini energy, and we're in Gemini season, okay? Yeah, there's definitely something happening here in regards to love. Now, I feel like you've anticipated this, you've intuitively felt this, but I don't feel like you're paying too much attention to this. And that's why it's coming through for you, because I feel like you've kind of detached from a certain expectation or an outcome, and you're kind of just in the sense of surrender and allowing things to just flow, going with the flow. And this is working out for you. I'm hearing perfectly, to be honest. What's to go underneath the Fool, please? We have the Eight of Pentacles underneath the Two of Cups, please. Yeah, there's definitely somebody who wants to work things out with you, who's wanting to put the time, the effort, and the energy to take great care of this connection. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely somebody wanting to invest in this and invest in you. Cancer, as I effing say that. Here's your major arcana with the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, it couldn't really be stated any clearer, could it? I mean, this is just incredible. So there's definitely someone who is getting ready to kind of sweep you off your feet, or potentially this could be the other way around and you're feeling inclined, you know, should I really make you know, make that kind of jump to go forward towards this person, right? There's been a bit of toing and froing as to whether something was going to happen or it wasn't going to happen, or whether I should go for it or what have you. But the timing is here for you with the Wheel of Fortune. And then there's that Jupiter energy. Okay, so Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius energy. And we were just talking about, not that long ago, about Jupiter moving into the sign of Cancer, okay, relatively soon. So this kind of year of Jupiter being in your sign from June 2025 to June 2026 is going to be incredibly transformational and life-changing for you in all areas of your life, but especially in regards to your love life, okay? And I'm hearing to get excited, because I'm getting, this is exactly what you've wanted, right? This is what you've been waiting for with that Seven of Pentacles, and you're about to reap your harvest. And look at this with the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. I'm also getting told to say something about the Venus in Taurus transit, because it will be in its home sign. Maybe some of you are dealing with the Taurus. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but there is somebody that's coming through who is recognizing of this connection on a much deeper level, and they are wanting, I'm hearing, to put a ring on it, okay? They're wanting marriage, right? This person and yourself are going to be leaving your old lives behind and starting something new and looking forward to the future. But this person is either leaving something as of right now that isn't necessarily working out in order to have a fresh start with you. Okay, I don't feel like necessarily they're romantically involved elsewhere. Okay, but if they are, then that cycle is closing out, as I just saw 1010 on the timer. But this person is ready to come through and give it their best shot. Yeah, with that Knight of Wands. Okay, so expect a lot of passion coming through. There's a lot of attraction here. And I'm not getting like a hot and cold kind of flaky energy or anything to do with mixed messages and somebody just coming through with that sense of lust and passion and what have you. I am getting that this person's very serious. They may come through in quite a friendly, you know, charming, playful energy, right? Keeping things light-hearted, you know, working on the connection, building a solid foundation between you. rather than just kind of going straight into having something more intimate with each other, right? So I'm getting more of an actual slow burn to do with this, which is quite lovely. What else is going on here, please and thank you? 1111 just come up on the timer. You may be seeing of those numbers. Anything else for this? Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, there's definitely somebody coming through in regards to love, okay? Absolutely. I'm hearing 150 million% with the Temperance, Sagittarius energy. This is being divinely guided. Somebody is feeling the pull to come towards you, okay? Without a shadow of a doubt. And I feel that when you and this person get together and then you make things more official between the two of you, you're going to realize looking back why it was worth the wait, why those other relationships in the past didn't work out, and why this one is going to work out, why you're able to build on this, okay, with that Three of Pentacles and celebrate. We have 33 coming through with Three of Cups, or 333 is significant. I'm even getting highlighted to say something about the next 3 days, next 3 weeks, next 3 months, okay? You're going to have a lot to celebrate to do with a love connection. And if it even is a slow burn at first, right, just to kind of get reacquainted if you already have history with each other, or just to get acquainted because this is a new person, I feel like you'll kind of be dating and then like this person like, right, I'm very, very sure on what it is that I want and I'm going to go for it. So this person could be like, look, I have this romantic offer or proposal for you, right? Which is really quite exciting, guys. Okay, so anything else in regards to this? Yeah, Nine of Cups. This is going to make you very, very happy here. With the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. Holy ish, guys. This energy is just absolutely beautiful. I'm hearing announcing it to the world. Like, this person can't wait to be beside you and announce it to like the whole world that you're theirs, or that I'm hearing you're mine type of thing. Like, wow, this person is very much looking at you and been like, yeah, they're the whole package with the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wow. This person is getting ready to invest, right? They're ready to walk away from people, places, and things that aren't serving them. I feel like this person has at one point kind of retreated their energy, especially if you have history with this person, to actually protect you because of maybe certain interferences or drama or chaos that there may have been that they were dealing with elsewhere that hasn't anything to do with you. But this whole entire time, all they've wanted is to make their move towards you, okay? And for there to be the sense of victory and success, and so that you're, you know, swooped up by them type of thing, right? So I feel like the dust is settling to do with whatever situation that they've been preoccupied with, that, you know, has been quite trying, okay? And that could have been issues to do with like family, to do with friendships, potentially a relationship, but I'm not really getting that too much. It could be more to do with their career or their finances, something maybe to do with the property, right? Or a legal situation. It could be a whole host of things. But this person is going to make their intentions very, very clear to you, right? Very, very clear to you that they are just wanting this connection with you, and that's it, okay? I'm hearing like, it sounds a bit corny or a bit cheesy, but it's like, you're everything I dreamed of, right? The Tower and the Six of Swords. This is going to very much pleasantly surprise you when this person comes around, okay? Yeah, with that Six of Wands. I just genuinely get this impression, like you may have even thought at one point, this isn't going to happen. Um, I doubt that I'll see this person again. I don't know whether things are going to work out. I'm not sure how they feel about me or if they want anything more with me. I felt stuck here with the Hang One Pisces energy. Maybe been feeling in the dark, double Pisces energy with that moon. But if there has been any kind of illusions here, they're about to be completely disrupted, and you're going to see very clearly what actually genuinely has been going on. Because I feel like there's, to a certain degree, being some sort of assumptions about what's been going on and not necessarily being in the know or having all the facts. And it's been important not to jump to conclusions. So I feel like this person is just going to put it all out there and let you know what's what. And this is going to settle you so much. Okay. This is going to settle you so much. Okay, yeah, absolutely. With the Ace of Swords flying out and the Two of Wands. Yeah, you've definitely felt a bit like at a crossroads, whether to move on or whether to forget about this situation with this person, or whether to kind of wait and see. Like it's all been a bit here, there, and everywhere. But you're going to be getting your answers. You're going to be getting the truths coming out to you about what actually has been going on with that Ace of Cups. There may also be, with that Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups, there were certain individuals that may have not been fully backing of this connection with you and your person. But I feel like if that has potentially been the case, for whatever rhyme or reason, your person is saying, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be in a position and place to be denying of my personal happiness and continue to kind of make sacrifices for the sake of the comfort of everyone else, or whatever it is that they want for me or in regards to me, etc. I want what I want. And they're kind of like really going for it. And I'm hearing the angels, God, source, universe is really encouraging this person to continue thinking along this line of thinking, um, and to kind of dip their toe in the water and find out what's what with you, so that you guys can end this period of silence or no contact or little contact of separation between the two of you. So they're making their way, Knight of Wands, right? This person may even reach out online with the world, okay? Whether that's through Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp, I just heard, or it could be an email or a phone call, any of those types of things. But this person's going to be making the effort to come through to see you, because they don't just want to sit there on the sidelines and wonder what if anymore. So they're going to just kind of make the bold move to approach you. They're going to take the lead on this, right? Yeah, Knight of Swords, they're making the bold move. And I'm hearing it's not an impulsive or a reckless decision on their part. This is something that they've thought about for a while. And they're actually genuinely excited about the prospect of potentially putting themselves out there and getting like this kind of you kind of replying to them, like they're it's just like, I don't know, like the sense of nervousness and excitement and anticipation all at the same time. But overall this is very positive. With the King of Cups, there's your energy, Cancer, at the bottom of the deck. So they're definitely going to come through with the Lovers, Gemini energy. There's something about this next month or so that you're really going to be experiencing these winds of change and blessings here with the star Aquarius energy. This is genuinely absolutely phenomenal, guys. So I'm absolutely loving this for you. What I am going to do now is I'm just going to put this back in the deck and shuffle a few more times and then see what else is going on for you. But I feel like love is definitely a hot topic at the moment for you, okay? Whether that's the sense you're embracing this sense of self-love, okay, or falling more in love with your life, or you're allowing love in regards to romantic relationships, or you know, building better connections and relationships, you know, platonically, you know, with friends and family or people that you work alongside. However it goes, there just seems to be this highlight to do with love coming in. Okay, and I'm hearing lots of it. Lots of loving, okay? What's going on for Cancer, please and thank you? What else can we get? What else do they need to hear right now, please and thank you? So we have the Nine of Wands. We have the King of Cups again. What else? Oh, okay, 3 cards. We have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, what else, please, for Cancer? Okay, we have Death coming out reversed. Scorpio energy. 5 of Swords and one more underneath the Three of Wands, please and thank you. 3 of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck, the 9 of Swords. Queen of Cups and the High Priestess with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So guys, I feel like you've been feeling very tired, okay? I feel like you guys have felt pretty worn out, quite burnt out. You've had a lot on your mind, a lot on your plate. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities or duties to attend to. You could be somebody here that is just always kind of on the go, always has so much happening, and it just can be difficult to sometimes to catch your breath and take a break. Okay, maybe there has been difficulties with focusing on your health. Okay, that may have been something that's kind of been pushed back a little bit because there's been so many things kind of piling up on you. But I feel like what's happening now is that you're acknowledging that something can't continue in the way that it is and it needs to be addressed. Otherwise things will get, you know, worse. So I feel like there is a sense of making self-care more of a priority, or potentially realizing that you can't carry on doing what it is that you have been doing in the way that you have. So maybe you're having to, you know, take a step back or potentially delegate certain things to other people, or you're realizing you can't do as much as you used to do. Maybe something to do with you know, getting older. I don't know why I'm hearing it that way, compared to how you are now. And 20 years ago you potentially have been like, you know, thinking and feeling that, you know, the time hasn't really made much of a difference, but obviously it has. So there's just something about, you know, readjusting certain things. Okay, very specific message, I know, but that's what I'm getting. The other thing is as well, what I'm getting drawn to, which is quite fascinating, is the fact that on the table we have the Page of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Three. And you add that together, you get the Nine of Swords, and then we have a 9 coming through with that Nine of Swords, right? And we have the Nine of Wands, so 99 or 999 is very significant here, okay? I do feel like there have been some difficulties in regards to mental health. Okay, I am going to put it out there. I really am getting that impression. And I feel like there have been many sleepless nights that you've been experiencing over worry and concern over a particular situation in your life. Now, I'm not picking up that it's all to do with love, actually. I feel like it's more on the line to do with health, maybe your career, or potentially finances. That's predominantly what's coming through. And what I'm kind of here to let you know is that you're not having to go through something on your own. You can open up to somebody, or it would be important to open up to somebody because they would be there to assist you, right? So even if that is just opening up to like your bestie, right? To your best friend, or potentially a family member, or potentially if you feel like you can't communicate with those individuals and you're wanting certain things to be kept under lock and key, is what I've heard, then you could be just wanting to discuss certain things with, no, not necessarily a stranger, but I'm picking up more on the lines to do with like a counselor or a therapist or someone that is kind of like, what's the word? Impartial? Is that the word? Like they're just able to kind of get to the bottom of what it is that you're going through and experiencing and how you're feeling, and giving very solid advice, and you can trust what it is that this person is saying to you to get to the root cause of a particular situation. If something has been coming up as of late that has been potentially triggering, to say the least, in order to address and to heal. Okay, the other thing as well is, for a while you may have felt like your ships weren't coming in, that this new beginning that you've kind of been holding out for wasn't going to ever happen. So potentially there has been this sense of like, well, there has been quite a lot of time that has gone by, and I'm still not necessarily feeling like I'm seeing of certain results or things working out in my favor. And what this is doing is, these scenarios taking place is for you to have more time to look within and kind of address why you're thinking the thoughts that you are, or how can you cope or deal with these situations differently in order to reframe of the situation. And rather than looking at it as something that is not working out for you and something is against you, and turning it into, or transmuting it into something along the lines of, well, it's working out for you in some aspect, if you get what I mean. But that may have been difficult. Okay. The other message I'm picking up on is somebody has been very fearful of change, or a little bit resistant to change. Okay. And I feel predominantly the reason being is that there's this energy about being concerned on being perceived, being seen. Okay. I feel like there may have been certain things from the past whereby you may have felt like it wasn't safe to be seen. I'm getting certain wounding here from maybe childhood, or something to do with your upbringing, or something to do with your environment. And there has been this sense of fear of putting yourself out there, and concern about criticism or judgment from others. Okay. And I do feel like that's something you have actually been working on, right? But I still feel like you're not fully out there in the way that you wish to be, embracing this sense of like wholeness about you, like accepting every part of you, having this sense of unconditional love for yourself, and not being overly concerned about what others are thinking and feeling in regards to you. I feel like that's definitely been like a work in progress, and I feel like you're a lot further ahead than how you have been previously in the past. But then in the same aspect, it's like there's still this slight concern or wariness to do with others. If you were to be completely and utterly out there, I'm hearing in the spotlight, right, for everyone to see, and for everyone to kind of form an opinion on you or on your life, or how you're kind of running of your life, etc., and what it is that you're putting out there or doing. So I feel like that's coming up as well. But you're standing true to yourself, but I still feel like there's this energy of getting ready to embrace more of this fearlessness energy, like having that sense of courage to be completely unapologetically yourself, right? Okay. There is a little bit of concern about others, right? And I hope to a certain degree, I mean, it could actually be the more concern that you have over people that are closer to home or people that you've already got, you know, connections with. So, for instance, like other family members or friends or people that you work with or used to work with, if you're still in contact with these people. I don't feel like you're, you know, it's necessarily about how strangers are looking at you or thinking about you or forming opinions on you, making judgments on you. I feel like it's actually people that are kind of more to do with your inner circle or in your day-to-day life, because the thing is, we're meant to grow and evolve. We're not meant to stay the same. We're going to transform and we're going to change, because that's what we're supposed to do. And so therefore it could be difficult, because it's like you may have already changed quite a lot, and it's been difficult for these others to kind of grasp and adapt to the fact that you have been changing so dramatically in the way that you have. And so therefore, for you to just kind of have this another level up or multiple levels up, whereby you're out there even more or doing more of what it is that you are wanting to put out there, especially if it's something to do with your, you know, your healing journey or your spirituality, or to do with um you know, certain practices that you do in regards to spirituality. I am picking up on that, right? It's something to do with, like, gosh, how do I put this? It's the sense like, oh gosh, okay, I feel like what it is, it's more to do with something about conditional love. It's like you're trying to learn and embrace unconditional love for yourself, but then you could be realizing others around you, it's like conditional love. And there's something to do with the, oh, if I can think, it's something to do with the prospect that they're having a hard time with adjusting to this version of you that's fully out there. I'm hearing unmasked. I'm hearing something to do with not performing, just being yourself. Okay, I feel like you guys will get what I mean. Okay, this is really interesting with what's coming through here. Very different from, so obviously take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. But if that is something, a message that resonates, then please let us know. I want to know a little bit more about this death card in reverse, please, for Cancer. Judgment, Knight of Swords, and one more, please. We have the Seven of Cups. I felt this one as well. Two of Cups and the Star, Aquarius energy with Justice. Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands. It's interesting because the Queen of Wands is somebody that really couldn't give a monkey's, right? They couldn't give a flying F about how others perceive them, right? They're following their soul's path here, okay? Whatever is inspiring or motivating for them, whatever gives them that get up and go, that sense of confidence, and makes them feel that sense of joy or pleasure in their life, then they're going to go for it. And I feel like that's something that you've been working through. And you know, if other people can't really get on board um, with what it is that you're doing, then at least you kind of know where you stand in regards to these individuals, and you're not in this position and place of feeling confused. You kind of know what's what, and so therefore it's like you can deal with that particular association in the way that you feel is right and best for you. Whether that means that you kind of just limit your connection with them or however. I do feel as well, also, you've had difficulties when it has come to maybe partnerships, not just necessarily romantic, but more to do with business or to do with certain projects here. Potentially, you were kind of given this sense of a vision of how something was going to be, and they didn't necessarily follow through. I'm getting like paying a load of lip service. And so, therefore, there was a lot of energy of feeling relatively hopeless about a situation because somebody wasn't necessarily following through or being there for you in the way that they were meant to be there for you, to show up. I feel like you're getting justice. So if there was any kind of deals that you had done in the past or you tried to do to get yourself that sense of improvement and advancement to do with your business or your career or what have you, it's like somebody contacting you, making the first move, and not putting out everything to do with what's going on, and you're led down this kind of particular path, and you've interpreted the situation to be of a certain way, and everything looks like it's going to go very well, and then it takes a sudden turn, and then somebody like disappears on you, or you realize that it was a scam or something like that. So therefore, you may have not felt like inclined to work with others, um, especially if you're self-employed, because of the fact that you've had difficulty with trusting with what's actually coming through, and whether it's something that's going to stick or whether it's something that is going to leave you feeling pretty disheartened about a situation. Okay, interesting. But you're getting justice, Libra energy, to do with this. Yeah, you were left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles, or somebody didn't pay you for a particular service, or you may have even dealt with somebody who was trying to take credit for your work here and kind of pawn it off as their own type of thing. And this was pretty debilitating. As I say, that Eight of Pentacles, I did not know that was there. So yeah, you've not had an easy time with it. But I feel that whatever is coming through for you now, like you have this strong sense of discernment. I just heard require payment up front. So you could be somebody that is self-employed or an entrepreneur. You provide of a service. It's like you're getting payment up front, right, before they receive of that. It's a sense of like, when you go to the shops to go and buy something, right, you have to give the money over first in order to receive of the product. So what difference would it make if it was to do with online, maybe, for instance, or to do with a service? So it's the sense of like, this is what you want, okay, this is what we're offering, or this is what it is. And you kind of like, you pay for it and then you get to use the product or the service afterwards, right? So potentially you had done or given somebody some sort of access or to a service or a product or something, and then they didn't kind of pay, or it's a sense of like making a complaint about this particular product or service, and there was nothing wrong with the product or the service, but they're being very picky or critical, or I'm hearing downright rude, I just heard, okay, trying to get like some sort of advantage over trying to pay less for what it is that you're offering. I don't know why that's all coming through. It sounds awfully specific. But any final messages for Cancer? Everything is fine. Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Hermit. Yeah, some of you have definitely felt like you've just been, taken advantage of, or some busybody, right, has been trying to get into your business. The energy, yeah, absolutely, with the Ten of Wands. Somebody's just been trying to make your life more difficult. It's like, for instance, let's just say this. You potentially, if you're like a tarot reader, right? This is just an example. It's the sense that somebody is just coming through to book a reading, and they have no intention of paying you, or they kind of are just trying to be all in your business, finding out more to do with you or to do with something else than what it is that they're genuinely asking for. And you can feel the difference in the energy to do with that, right? Maybe that's something that you've experienced before, what have you. The Lovers and the World. I'm hearing the right place, the right time, the right people, the right environment will be getting, making their way to you. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of cleansing going on right now, a lot of separating the wheat from the chaff. So I feel that people that are really serious about doing business with you, or wanting to collaborate with you, or wanting to have a relationship with you, wanting strong connection with you, however it goes, they're the ones that are really going to be showing forth in your life. And the ones that are kind of, doing the most here to just take whatever they can, or take from you, whatever, um, or have these certain hidden agendas about a connection with you, then I feel like you're going to use your sense of your intuition and putting boundaries in place, or you're going to be cutting certain people out of your life, and so that you can have healthier connections and relationships moving on forward, right? Because look, with the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Swords, there's definitely been certain like energy vampires around, or people that have um feel like they can get some sort of benefit by being close to you, associated to you here with the Ace of Pentacles, right? Whether that's access to certain resources, um, but I'm getting predominantly your energy. Predominantly your energy. Okay, yeah, because look at you with the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you're high vibe, right? You're very high vibrational. I'm picking up on an old soul energy. Okay, so yeah, Ten of Cups. It's like you've had certain people trying to ride on your coattails, because they know on some level that you're going to be getting into this energy of being very successful, very abundant, like having all your kind of wishes being fulfilled here, living with that sense of like heaven on earth type of energy. And they want to be there to, partake or share in what it is that you and you alone are meant to be receiving here. And I feel like, you know, you're going to be able to filter through all of that, because you have worked very diligently here in regards to your growth, your development. But anyway, guys, so many messages. So obviously, just please bear in mind that this is a general reading and only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. I'd be really intrigued to find out, your feedback on the messages, of this really rings true for you. But we have, wow, 44 minutes and 44 seconds just come up on the timer again. So we have Taurus, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Yeah, pretty much most of the signs, to be honest with you. 333, 313, 222, 555, 717, 666, 999, 1010. Yeah, okay. But that's going to be all the messages. So I hope that there's been something in here for you. And if you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much for those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you guys. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can. So thank you so much. Please hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you and you don't miss out on future updates or content made available on the channel. And please feel free to check out the other zodiac sign readings that I provide to gain further insight for your timeless tarot messages. But sending love and light your way, many blessings, please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye guys.